whether it's a hotel or a building managed by Tendring District Council. And that's as long as they don't find you, intentionally homeless.
Well, I don't have an economy or a social economy whereby I can make decisions that's based on the price of the property, the affordability of the property, or more so the intuition of the person renting, and what exactly that is, or what inexactly that is, or that. What they're looking at is not renting a property at all, but providing a food chain to a social community.
Okay.
And a landlord doing that is a landlord that's not doing that is a responsible landlord. But a landlord, 10 years ago, before, Yugoslavia, that would accept that would be, someone that would be.
Okay, I'm starting to lose you a bit, Alex. I'm kind of following the thread, but I've been losing you a bit, which is fine
Because that's against the enjoyment of tenancy. That's a proposal of monies for other purposes than our tenancy, which are represented as intangible, for volition or abuse of the disabled. And I'm not in a position to make that representation because the laws and the intuitive person moving in deal with a manual that deals with I guess non-biological things that
these are the same questions we're asking you that could possibly be asked at court, really, aren't they?
Well, that's not necessary. Well, I mean, it's
the judge is saying, why won't you accept
well, the judge is obviously the justice is the honourable person that's given the benefit of the doubt and
forgive me.
And its constitutional purposes, which of course are.
But the judge won't let you go round and round with the judge will be wanting a reason why I've not. So that's possibly why we need the advocate to help you.
Well, the advocates putting in place, so an advocate would provide a sense of mental, social, and biological hygiene, a sense of questioning that would be repetitive and to demean this person's purposes. That's looking for services and to enjoy a tenancy.
And you don't get very long. So what the advocate
I don't get very long.
No. Any case doesn't get too long because they're usually quite straightforward.
However, you don't mind if I take notes?
What for in the court? I mean, don't know if it's going to get to court. I'm sure it will at some stage.
It will get at some stage unless you found somewhere before.
Unless you find somewhere before, but what the advocate will do will allow you to go through the notes that you've made, and then they would take from those notes the key points, the bullet points that can be put to the judge as to why you didn't accept it.
And they do that all the time for all their clients.
To bring it up, which I think you probably would.
So they do that all the time for all their clients.
Advocates.
Yeah.
Advocates spend time with you, because some people find it very difficult to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
I can follow some of the way you communicate to me and to Cliff. I can follow some of it. I don't know how much Cliff can follow. I understand elements, but so the way you explain yourself, forgive me, is difficult for me to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand, Alex? Do other people find it difficult understanding exactly what point you're trying to make?
Well, I have difficult communicating sometimes. I understand that. But what I don't understand is when persons that are supposed to assist the disabled misunderstand that and misrepresent that. I have to be very careful, for example, when I'm in a meeting with you, because I'm not an intuitive person. I don't have as much intuition as most people. Therefore, I have to have an element of mental laws or ethics. And not having that knowledge is
I think what's frustrating for people who find it difficult to communicate because they're not intuitive, as you say, is that then they start repeating themselves and possibly becoming a little bit distressed because they're not having their true point or their feeling, well, not feelings, but their true point made. So it then becomes a big bigger murmuring, so to speak, and it's harder to pick through that to see what points you are
So,
trying
well,
to make.
the position,
It's
you
very
know, that I have
frustrating
is,
for you.
yeah.
You must-
Well, I don't have any constitutional purposes as an individual that deal with any association politics in perimeters that are described as human by the United Nations, given all elements that are
I know what
therapeutic and otherwise.
I think I know what you're trying to say there, but to many people that will make no sense whatsoever. But that's what the advocate will help you do, is verbalise the points you're trying to make.
Hmm.
Okay? And that's what we'll try and assist you with. But I think we can draw this meeting to a close now.
Hmm.
But it's a pleasure meeting you, and I'm glad you made a decision. It's your decision.
My position has been since 2014. Can I get your number? I have to fax you a copy of my living will, which is a
No,
notarized.
for me, that's irrelevant. I
It's
don't need to see that.
advanced medical directive.
I'm not belittling the living will, but there is
It's called an advanced medical directive. It is a living will. It's advanced wishes or life wishes. It's,
All
I need is Richard's decision.
all we're concerned with, Alex, is your current housing situation and where that leads you.
so
to.
you don't need
Yeah, the advocate may
that's not relevant to
No,
your
it's
one
not
support
relevant
It's
to
not
us.
relevant to what we do. It might be relevant
or to one
yeah,
support.
to what the
No,
advocate.
but thank you for the offer. The other thing is, you don't need to continually bombard Cliff with the email, the text and the phone messages now, which is fine. I think you have made your point over and over again in those texts. I've read every one of them, and I'm happy now, having met you, that yes, Alex has made his decision. We will support him with that, and the outcomes of that decision, the ramifications, what happens as a result of that.
I'm happy
decision.
to have help with an advocate, but I don't want to be domineered by the advocate.
Oh no, they're not like.
I'm happy to accept
perhaps
advice.
your impression of me or Cliff or other
I'm more
people.
looking at options, and that was what I was trying to seek from Cliff, because I know one support has limited after last year when I
That's
met
correct.
with you, they had a limited amounts of mandate, and I was trying to look at what options I had from the services as a service user, and I have to think to myself, well, that's the language to communicate. Am I utilizing the right language, and am I getting through? And I sent a text there again that we're just basically, there's an issue of Tenancy Act. Is there an issue of ethics? Is there other services I can get, help I can get, for example?
No, because the juxtaposition is, on the one hand, you want to leave the property. You've been looking for other properties. Yet the texts were more. The thread that I followed through the text, whether you actually wanted to fight it, so I couldn't work it out. I was trying to. That's
No,
what
I don't want to fight it. Well, you're saying that you're trying to understand if I want to fight it.
No.
That's why I have to I have to try and communicate clearly so I'm not misunderstood as a disabled person
that's
who's
why you send so many texts.
I'm not educated. I only know the Human Rights Act. If I didn't, I would be afraid of I guess the consequences of not understanding the Human Rights Act or the behaviour of people that did. And that's been no question in the past, because
the advocate is perfect for that, Alex.
Because I can't get much.
About your rights as
I am, and I've been,
Yes.
certainly, and that's because through distinct persons in the
making
system
yourself
who were coerced to do things
making yourself understood.
that's,
your feelings or your
that might have been not ethical in other situations, and that were very ethical practitioners, and they were they were a minority.
So that's what we've taken from this meeting today, and that's what we will be looking to make a referral to Essex Advocacy on your behalf. Obviously with your permission.
Well, I only if I guess they've